Wow, this place was amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
Have you never eaten here before?
I've been out to eat 4 times in my entire life.
And you admire this restaurant?
I can hardly doubt the quality of a place such as this. Look at the people. This place is better than reading the gossip columns.
But it's all just a pretense.
A pretense?
I despise the ersatz opulence of the provinces.
Humans must be able to compete with any club in the capital.
Yes. Perhaps it's not that chivalrous of me to criticize a restaurant I myself have chosen. But since we are nearly on the same footing, you and I reveal to you my true humor. I am tired of this shit town.
Then leave, sir.
Come, don't use that. You please behave as a lady, not as a whore that many people believe you to be.
Calm down, people are looking.
Do you really believe that I care? Do you really believe that I care what these river people think of me, Alexander Troki? I will never get used to this awful place. There are not hundreds of restaurants here. There are 2. The station restaurant, where the menus are stained with what one hopes is gravy. And Schumann's, where the dull leading lights die out en route, where wholly uncivil servants sit with their misbegotten spouses, desperate for a taste of the fading glow of the urban myth. But did you see the waiter's cheap shoes? Look at all the cons there. This place, it fills me with abhorrence.
Why don't you return to the capital then? Honorable Alexander Troki.
That's better. Well, you see, there are 2 answers to this line of inquiry. Firstly, I've been appointed by the leader of the state himself to observe and report on the abilities, or lack thereof, of this town's judiciary. Although it's never really been a problem with Newman, this unfortunately has not been the case with Wolfe.
Have you been spying on Wolfe?
I've analyzed and assessed his work on a rolling basis, yes.
Wolfe has lost his marbles.
I concur, although not entirely with your choice of words.
Well, the other day, he lost it completely. I was...
Let me formulate this for the 2 of us, and we'll save both time and effort.
Be my guest.
Some weeks ago, I contacted the Sphinx Law Journal to establish what sort of legal articles Wolfe had been sending them. Well, they sent me the whole pile. It wasn't law, or anything close to it, but a serialized novel entitled Wolfe Saves the Day. Anyway, this whole thing culminated last month with the acquittal of Vernon Brown. I have since appealed to the High Court and pulled some strings to ensure that this travesty of justice is satisfactorily resolved as quickly as possible.
This wine is delicious.
Let me be the arbiter of that, and then we won't make any mistakes. No.
You should have been a judge.
Thank you. In all likelihood, Brown will soon be arrested and sentenced to death in the capital. But this does not excuse Wolfe's fantastic blunder. The other day, I stood in front of a blue postbox in the winter dark with an envelope addressed to Metropole. The envelope, it contained all of the incriminating and compromising material in connection with Wolfe. But I did not post it. Oh, let him serve his time out. He is to retire in 6 months, and besides, what harm can he do? How bad can it get?
Matenda Bridge burned down. 12 heads sold. I'd say it's pretty bad already.
Wolfe is very popular here with the people of Comstock. Vernon Brown's acquittal is very popular. Deposing Wolfe now would create too much trouble, and I am not interested in trouble. Wolfe knows people's names, where they live, and this makes him well liked among the unwanted masses.
And what then is your second reason for remaining here?
I love you.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that.
But it's a fact. I picture it like this. Tonight, we'll have sexual intercourse. We'll get married next week. And then we'll send Mary off to a boarding school or place her with foster parents so so that we can return to the capital where a promising career awaits me.
Why don't you just murder me and be done with it?
Because that would be a crime.
Oh, I see.
My reasons for revealing our future now is because Dr. Barnett says that I'm ready.
Ready?
Ready for my sexual debut. The completion of the analysis of the nature of my sexuality comes as quite a relief, I can tell you. Now I know myself. I know exactly how our sexual relations will be.
How wonderful for you.
Let me just run through this bill. This is outrageously expensive. If I were you, I'd refuse to pay it.
But it was you who invited me out. This number here is equivalent to everything that I own.
My doctor says that I'm more than worth it.
Nice and warm in here. It's like coming from the Antarctic into hell. And I've been out wandering around in the cold for quite some time.
Whiner. You should hear yourself. It's pathetic.
Alexander Troki is appealing your acquittal. He is saying that he will have you executed before January is out. As we are already in the last days of December, you can figure out the rest for yourself.
Did you hear about his dinner with Carola?
Oh, yes.
Well,
many times.
How did it end then? Did he abuse her?
No. From what I understand, he was very sweet to her while he did it.
Pig.
He's out stumbling around in Alhambra tonight. You could go out there and have a little chat with him.
What's he doing out there?
Imagine the abandoned amusement park in front of you now, Vernon. The collapsed merry-go-round, the derelict roller coaster, the tumble-down fortune teller booth, the test-your-strength machine where the bell no longer rings, and the stage, empty and quiet as death.
How's it going down in Wolf's Corner? Have you hit bottom yet?
I used to be able to read people, but this skill has left me entirely since I met you. Now everyone is a closed book and I no longer know who you are.
I feel the same way. I can't hear my thoughts. I know they're there. I hear rattling and screeching near where I am, but I can't make sense of it. My thoughts are outside my range of hearing.
You don't have to worry.
Why?
I am a judge. An occupation that requires a fundamental understanding of the workings of the human mind, and it's gone.
Then study the law instead.
That's no good. I always end up falling asleep.
You knew the fucking art prohibition well enough.
Because of the fire. I understand the fire. It's an image, but words are too difficult.
What about your poetry?
I remember when the art prohibition first came into force in Kronstadt. Every morning since then, I wake up at dawn with fear in my throat. What will the next prohibition be? Dreams? Children? How much must we take from them before the people begin to think?
It reminds me of what Mother said as we crossed the square in spring. Look at them, Werner. They all expect a place in eternity, but they can't even get through Sunday without being bored.
Do you have some paper?
No, why?
I want to write down a poem. Quick, Matthew. Let me write on your arm. Let's see. Hope, Love. Dove. What the hell was it? It was very profound. Damn it! Ow! I'm bleeding. Look. The poem becomes blood. That's how it should be, Werner. It's the new art. It's the last art. It's the first art. You can be much more destructive next time.
Who am I to kill?
I don't know. It's no longer enough just to shoot yourself in the head, you see. It won't do. It simply won't do. We need something much more than that. Something they will never forget.
Finally, we meet.
Enchanté.
Mother has had affairs with both rams and donkeys, so watch out.
Is that true, Miranda?
Well, I'm not entirely sure that I would couch it in such terms, but it is true to say that I choose my partners more with passion than concern. Here's 100. Go out and have yourself a good time now, Werner.
Go on out to Alhambra and pick up Carol Lang on your way. She's got the evening off.
Mother. Mother?
We know each other from the old days, you know.
We do?
When I think of Miranda Ritter, it's impossible for me to picture.
That is indeed the old days.
Are there any other Alhambra girls left?
No, I'm the very last.
Remember Elle Muller? Your voice isn't always there. Otherwise, you're very fair. Oh, where have they gone, the singers and actors of yesteryear?
You had them executed.
Did I? Well, I suppose you're right. Still, my question was more of a melancholic, rhetorical one. Oh, sigh, where have they gone, the singers of yore? They've melted away with the snows of yesteryear.
Look, it's snowing now.
Pain should feel like snow. It's the only way. Your son knows this.